What is bullying? Bullying is an ongoing behavior among students that is an imbalance of power. This behavior is typically repetitive over a long period of time. Bullying can cause emotional and physical damage to both parties involved. According to StopBullying.gov, an imbalance of power are kids who bully use their power, such as physical strength, access to embarrassing information, or popularity to control or harm others. Power imbalances can change over time and in different situations, even if they involve the same people. Styles of bullying. According to National Center Against Bullying, there are 4 styles of bullying that take place. Physical bullying. This includes causing physical harm to another person for another person's pleasure. This takes place when the bully is hitting, kicking, punching, or causing physical damage to another. Verbal bullying involves one person saying hurtful things to another. This is often started off as a harmless act, but then can lead to targeting another person and affect them emotionally. Social bullying. This is similar to gossip. This takes place behind closed doors and often happens behind the bullied person's back. This bullying can cause the humiliation and harm to the person being bullied reputation. Cyberbullying takes place over social media or by using any source of technology. This can happen at any time and can be done publicly or privately. Cyberbullying has become more popular in today's world. According to bullyingstatistics.org, over half of adolescents and teens have been bullied online, and about the same number have engaged in cyberbullying. More than 1 in 3 people have experienced cyber threats online. Over 25% of adolescents and teens have been bullied repeatedly through their cell phones or internet. Well over half of young people do not tell their parents when cyberbullying occurs. Can you spot the style of bullying in the video?
Hey weirdo, get out of my seat. This is my seat.
Stop bullying.
Oh yeah, you want to go crying back to your mommy? This is the king spot.
What style of bullying was shown in the video? A. Physical, B. Verbal, C. Social, or D. Cyber? If you guessed B. Verbal, you're correct. Let's try again. Can you spot the style of bullying in the video?
And push.
Why do people have to be so mean online?
What style of bullying was shown in the video? A. Physical, B. Verbal, C. Social, or D. Cyber? If you guessed D. Cyberbullying, you're correct.
Who is the bully? There are 2 types of bullies. The first type of bully is a popular student. This particular student likes to overpower the group and has to feel in control of their friends. The other type of bully is a student who feels removed from others. This student is not involved and can fall victim easily into peer pressure or does not have any empathy. Children who bully aren't always the biggest or strongest of the group. There are other traits that the bullies may have, like popularity, strength, or cognitive ability. According to StopBullying.gov, tendencies that bullies seem to have are aggressive or easily frustrated, less parental involvement or having issues at home, think badly of others, have difficulty following rules, view violence in a positive way, have friends who bully others. Who is the victim? There is no one type of child that is in danger of being a victim of bullying. Bullying happens anywhere, such as cities, suburbs, and backcountry. Some groups of children, like lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or questioning, children with disabilities, and social isolated children, can be at risk due to the surroundings they may be in. Victims of bullying may have one or more of these traits, different from their peers, such as overweight or underweight, wear glasses, wearing distinct clothing, new to the area or school, not having the latest trend, weak or unable to defend themselves, depressed, anxious, or have low self-esteem, popular than others, or has few friends that does not get along with others. Just because someone does not have these traits does not always mean that they will be a victim. Bully or victim. Sometimes the bully and the victim can be hard to tell apart. A child may appear to be the victim one day while around one group of children. The next day, the child may be the aggressor in another group. Children also have a problem with distinguishing teasing and bullying. Teasing among friends will go back and forth between the two. It will be friendly. It's just a part of what the friends do together. And when one asks the other to stop, it stops. When it comes to bullying, it's just one person who dominates what goes on in the friendship and will continue after being told to stop. When it comes to sibling bullying, bullying is the same. One sibling can bully another and will not stop, even if the parent steps in. Teasing or sibling rivalry is the same as mentioned before. It does end when the other says stop or seems bothered by the teasing. Can you spot the myth or fact? Is it a myth or a fact that bullies have no friends? It is a myth. The fact is that most bullies are popular in a classroom or group of friends. Other children look up to them and try to be like them. Is it a myth or a fact that bullies have high self-esteem? It is a fact. The fact is bullies do have high self-esteem. It has been thought that bullies have low self-esteem, therefore they are bullies. Is it a myth or a fact that being a victim builds character? It is a myth. The fact is victims of bullying are already withdrawn and withdraw more due to the constant intimidation. Is it a myth or a fact that young victims of bullies grow up to be violent as teens? A myth. The fact is that most victims will not become violent. The victim is more likely to suffer further from psychological problems like depression or low self-esteem. The victim will not speak out and will suffer in silence.
When does bullying take place? Bullying can take place at any time and anywhere. Sometimes the victim doesn't even have to be doing anything to get bullied. As of 2010, 8% of public schools reported that cyberbullying had occurred among students daily or at least once a week at school or away from school. Of the schools who reported having cyberbullying situations, 4% reported that the school environment was affected by cyberbullying. So this statistics basically is showing that how little cyberbullying is reported in public schools. There could be a much higher percentage than 8% if the victims of bullying knew how to report it without feeling something bad could happen to them if they were to say something. The victim could just be posting about how their day was going at school, and all it takes is for someone to comment something harmful to change the whole situation around. That's where they may not realize they are getting bullied, and that they may just feel like that they're not liked. The percentage of public schools that reported student bullying occurred at least once a week decreased from 29% in 1999 to 2000 to 16% in 2013 to 2014. With this statistic, there was at least a decrease in bullying occurring once a week in public schools that was being reported. That is great to hear, but it should be at 0%. Bullying can be very harmful for the victim, especially if the bully doesn't know what's going on in their home life or outside of school. Students who experience bullying are at an increased risk for depression, anxiety, sleep difficulties, and poor school adjustment. Bullying can happen started from online, and then it can lead to campus bullying. So once the victim has let it continuously happen online and doesn't know how to tell an adult, is when it can lead to being drawn onto the school campus. It can always happen the other way around as well, where it starts at school and then it begins online, where more people can end up joining in. Students from the Urban Institute study on bullying reported that 25% of students reported they experienced bullying on school grounds. 23% reported the bullying happened during the school day. 15% reported they experienced at least one type of bullying, cyber, physical, and or psychological, at school once a month or more.
Where does bullying take place? There are many places bullying can occur between school and home. The most prevalent places are where there is little or no adult supervision. Children at school can be bullied while they are in the classroom or on the playground or while they are changing classes. In elementary schools, the playground is the most common place for bullying to occur. With many different classes out at the same time, equipment blocking the view and the sound of children laughing can block teachers from seeing what is happening. In older grades, middle school and high school, the classroom is the most common place for bullying. The classroom is equally a problem in elementary. Even though there is a teacher in the classroom, students can still bully each other, be it hand motions or notes. These are few ways a bully can harass their victim. Students that change classes or run errands for the teacher may be a victim of a bully in their hallway. Bathrooms and locker rooms that are not observed by a teacher have been reported as a place where bullying takes place. Besides school, walking or taking the bus has been another area reported of being a common place for bullying. Bullies do their most damage when there is little or no parental or adult supervision. At home, a student's refuge, they used to be safe from their school bullies. Now there are cyberbullies that has even taken over that. Family members can be bullies to each other, whether it is their parent or their sibling.
Why do students bully? Some students bully because it is a learned behavior at home. In this situation, the student can be taught that it is not an appropriate behavior. Other students may bully because they lack empathy for others. They do not comprehend how inappropriate their actions are. According to StompOutBullying.org, no matter what kind of bully someone is, they have not learned kindness, compassion, and respect. Home life for a bully may include lack of attention from the parents. Whether it is neglect, divorce, or parents with substance abuse, these parents are not caring for their child and giving the attention that is needed. In some cases, the parent may even be a bully to the child if they do not know how to control their rage. Siblings can also be a contributing factor to the reason why a child is a bully. If the older sibling is bullied, they may bully the younger sibling at home to feel more confident. As teachers, we must remember that some students will be more hostile and reckless, which does not mean that they are bullies. When StompOutBullying.org asked some bullies why they bully, their responses were, because it makes me feel stronger, smarter, or better than the person I'm bullying. Because I'm bullied at home. Because it's what you do if you want to hang out with the right crowd. Because I see others doing it. Because I'm jealous of the other person. Because it's one of the best ways to keep others from bullying me. Why do the victims not ask for help? The victims do not report the bullying because they fear repercussions and they do not want to be seen as a snitch. Victims feel embarrassed about being bullied, so they do not want to report it to adults. They feel the adults will not believe them, or even worse, believe what the bully says about them. Lastly, bullies make their victims feel so low about themselves that they feel they will not have any friends to turn to.
How can bullying be prevented? Bullying can be prevented by simply walking away from the situation and not dragging it on. It is always best to tell an adult you trust in order to create a plan so it does not continuously happen. Other ideas that you can use if you were ever to be in a situation where you're getting bullied is don't antagonize that situation. The best thing to do is just walk away. And once you walk away, go find a trusted adult that you can confide to, whether it's a guidance counselor, a principal, it can be a teacher, or maybe your sibling or your parents. Just go to someone who you know you can trust and tell the situation, tell what's happening. Another thing is use humor and saying stop with confidence. Stay safe and staying near adults or groups of other kids can also be helpful. Go hang out with the adults or go hang out with a new group of kids who actually appreciate you and give you confidence. Another thing is show those who have been bullied with kindness or get them help. A statistic from Kids Power stated that boundaries can also be important in dealing with aggressive or threatening behavior in situations where it is not possible to just leave. Waiting and wishing for a safety problem to go away on its own usually just gives time for the problem to get bigger. Another statistic from Stop Bullying stated that when adults respond quickly and consistently to bullying behavior, they send the message that it is not acceptable. Research shows this can stop bullying behavior over time. Parents, school staff, and other adults in the community can help kids prevent bullying by talking about it, building a safe school environment, and creating a community-wide bullying prevention strategy. And then another statistic from Stop Bullying was stated that help kids take part in activities, interests, and hobbies they like. Kids can volunteer, play sports, sing in a chorus, or join a youth group or school club. These activities give kids a chance to have fun and meet others with the same interests. They can build confidence and friendships that help protect kids from bullying. This is such a great way to get maybe a student who's been victimized by bullying to focus on something else. And this is where they can actually maybe find what they want to do in life, especially if they are a lot younger. Or it just gets them to focus their mind on something else that doesn't have to deal with them feeling sad or lonely or depressed or have anxiety or anything like that. And it also gives them a chance to meet new friends, which can end up turning out to be lifetime friends, and building friendships and knowing who they can talk to and confide to if maybe they were ever to get bullied again. And that can also give them an adult by doing these activities and then just another adult that they can go to if they were ever to be bullied. This is just how we can end up preventing bullying, and just talking about it and knowing how to walk away from the situations instead of dragging it on or antagonizing it as a victim, and just knowing how to go to an adult is what's very important, especially when it comes to talking about these situations and not holding them in for them to just keep building and building and building, which can end up leading to anger or sadness or depression, anxiety. You just have to teach the children how to talk about bullying and why it's not important to bully other people.